Shalawam. Shalawam. I know it's a little dark. Bear with me though. So first off, I wanna do a prayer. I wanna start a prayer. Can I just okay, I guess I can't. All right. Well, I just want to start a prayer. Yahawah, I ask that you open the eyes and open the hearts and open the ears of the people that they may hear, that they may see what your message is today and what you have for them today. Allah Yahawah. So be it. So today I would like to start. I would like to start with Abraham, right? Now we know Abraham is very important, right? Because if it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be us, right? There wouldn't be no us. There wouldn't be no faith as far as the faith, right? Okay. So I want to start right here with John 8:3. Well, 8:39. John 8:39. And we have here it says, they answered and said to him, Abraham is our father. Yahawah said to them, if you are Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham, or you would be doing the works of Abraham. So what does this mean? Doing the works of Abraham. This means hearkening to the voice of Yah, listening to the voice of Yah, hearing what Yah has to say, right? And not only hearing what he has to say, but doing what he says, right? So it says right here, it says, which were his obedience. That's the doing part, right? Then it says charity, love, and such great work which proceeds from the faith. Okay? Because you have the faith and then you have faith. Faith is what we use when we don't see it and we're calling those things as not as though they were. That's faith. The faith is the overall umbrella, right? And it says, right? It says, what is the works of Abraham? The works of Abraham is him keeping Yahawah's laws. So let's go there. Let's go to Genesis 26. Genesis 26, 5. Right? 26, 5. And it says, because Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. Oh. 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 Okay. So listening to Yah is obeying Yah, right? Listening to Yah is obeying Yah. But not only obeying him, obeying what he has put down, which is his law, right? Which is his statutes, which is his commandments, right? So let's see this. It says right here, it says, okay, because Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge. See, that's the decree that comes out of his mouth, right? It says right here, faith. The faith is word 4 4102. Greek Dictionary, Strong's Exhaustive Concordance, meaning the religious truth, the system of religious truth itself. Okay? Itself. All right? Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. It says, we're in Leviticus. Let's go to Leviticus. Because I want to show you, I want to show you guys something, family. Because I continuously hear that no one was righteous but Mashayakh, but Abraham in all his doings was accounted righteous. So how could he be accounted righteous if only a Mashayakh was accounted righteous? Right? So let's see. And it says right here, 14. 23:14. Leviticus 23:14. It says, and you shall neither. Okay, wait. Yeah, 23:14. It says, and you shall eat neither bread nor parched grain, nor fresh green ears, until the very day you have brought this Omer offering to Yahawah. Okay, so the Omer was done last month. Okay, is when we count the 50 days from wave sheaf, which is the day after Passover. Okay, so the day after Passover is the first day of unleavened bread, but also that's wave sheaf, right? And from the day of wave sheaf, you're supposed to count 49 days, and on the 50th day is Omer, is the end of the counting of Omer, which is Shabbat, or some say Shabbat, right? And here we see him giving the decree, right? So he's saying you're not to eat any bread or any parched grain, right? Nor green ears, right? Okay, so then it says, this shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. Okay, so we see when he says something is a statute, this is a law. This is a part of the laws. Okay, so now let's look at something, because I noticed he said from throughout your generations, or in other words, from generation to generation. Right, now watch this. Exodus 3:15. Watch this. It says, Yahawah said to Mashayakh, this also you shall say to the children of Israel, or the children of Yahsharaylites, right? Yahawah, the heavenly Father of your fathers, the mighty one of Abraham, the mighty one of Yitzhak, the mighty one of Yaakov, or Yaakov, has sent me to you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial. The name by which I'm to be remembered by from generation to generation. So it says it clearly, family, that from generation to generation, we're to speak this name, we're to say this name, right? So anytime we see from generation to generation, for all generations, or throughout your generation, this is him giving a decree saying this is a statute, right? So a part of his statutes, commandments, and judgments, his name is a part of that, family, right? All right, so let's keep going. We got Matthew 7:21. Right, let's go to Matthew 7:21. Matthew or Matithya, or in some cases people say Matithyahu, right? But really there's no U in ancient Hebrew. Okay? All right. Where are my manners? I'm Israel Porter, seer, one of the seers of the last days. Right? And I've been doing this for a while now. I've been studying the scriptures since I was 9 years old. And I was woken up to the truth in 2014. And I've been on the journey ever since. And you know, I'm doing this full time. And if you would like, send a donation to the station. So 721 Matthew. Okay. Watch this. Watch this. This is very important. Because then we're going to get into, will there be peace? Right? We're going to get into, is there going to be peace in the end times? Is there going to be peace in these last days? Right? Because we know, according to Torah, it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Brought to you by the Aleph Bot. This is Aleph, meaning a bull, ox, tame, leader, strength first, with the value of 1. All right. So let's look at this, family. Not everyone who says to me, now we're in Matthew 7:21. Not everyone who says to me, teacher, teacher, will enter into the kingdom of Yahawah, but only he who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Okay? So he's talking about doing the faith, not having faith, but doing the faith. And what is the faith? The faith of Abraham, right? The faith of Abraham. What did Abraham do? He listened to the voice of Yah. He followed the voice of Yah. All right? I know the lighting is cracked. Forgive me. We're going to fix that here in a minute. Okay? So, if we really look at this, right? It says, who does Yahawah require? What does Yahawah require? Okay, we should already know what he requires. Let's go to 12:11, Deuteronomy 12:11. Watch this. Deuteronomy 12:11. Okay. Deuteronomy 12:11. Here we go. Then there will be a place Yahawah will choose to establish his name, and there you will bring all that I command you, your burnt offerings and sacrifices, your tithes. See, his name ain't on them churches, family. His name ain't on them church house buildings. Do you see Yahawah across the building? No. So why are you taking your tithes to a collection plate on Sunday when we know that's not Shabbat, family? Hold on. Let's look at this. Okay. And there you will bring all that I command you, your burnt offerings and sacrifices, your tithes and special gifts, and all the choice things you have vowed to Yahawah. Oh, so why you taking your tithes to the collection plate on Sunday? But what we know that the Roman Catholic Church is responsible for changing Shabbat from Saturday, according to the pagans, to Sunday, which is the first day of the week. Okay? Watch this. Okay? Watch this. Okay? So let's go to First John. Let's go to First John 3:22. Okay? Because I need you to see it. I need you to see it with me. I need you to see. Okay? We're going to line up on line, precept upon precept. Here a little, there a little. Okay? Now, before we go to 322, I want to point something out to you. Because we know that we have to do what the Father says, right? And by giving him obedience means that we love him, okay? But if we don't do it, okay? Watch. We're going to go to chapter 2, chapter 2, 1 John, chapter 2, right? And it says, we're going to go verse 3. It says, now by this we do know that we know him if, because everything in this book is conditioned, it's condition based. Okay. Now, watch this. By this we know that we know him if we keep his laws. He who says, I know him, watch this, but does not keep his laws is a liar. Okay? Liar. And the truth is not in him. But whosoever keeps his law, in him truly is the love of Yahawah perfected. By this we know that we are in him. He who says he abides in him is himself also obligated to walk exactly as he walked. Okay? Now watch this. Let's go to 22, 3. Verse 22, chapter 3, 1 John, still the same book. All right? Watch this. I need you to see it with me. Okay? Follow along. Pay attention. I know you have the King James. I know you have the King Jimmy. I know you have the King James. It's okay. This version right here is far closer to the actual Hebrew. Okay? So we're going to see. It says, and whatever we ask, okay, we receive from him because we keep his laws and do those things that are pleasing in his sight. You see that? You see that, right? So I don't know where they're telling you that the law has been done away with. I don't know what they're telling you. I don't know where they're getting this from. That the law has been nailed to this cross, this pagan cross, right? That the law has been done away with. I don't know where they're getting these tropes from. Okay. Now watch this. Watch what it says. Okay. Let's read a little. Let's continue a little further. It says, 23. And this is his commandment, that we should believe on the name of his son, Yahawah Mashayakh. What did it just say? It said, and this is his commandment, that we should believe on the name of his son, Yahawah Hamashiach, and love one another. Oh, so it's not about what you can do for me. It's about what I can do for you, family. It's about how can I serve you. See, we have these very false representations of what we think. Hear me now. Hear me now. We have these false representations of what we think love is. Right? But the scriptures tell us, give us a perfect definition of what love is. Love is kind. Love is not puffed up. Love is long suffering. Love gives. Stop always trying to take stuff from people. See what you can do for them. See what you can do for the next person. How can you serve your brother? How can you be of service to your brother, to your sister? How can you be of service to the stranger on the street? How can you be of service? How? That's the question. That's where love lies. Watch this. Now let's read that again. And this is his commandment, that we should believe on the name of his son, Yahawah Hamashiach, and love one another. It seemed like as soon as the Roman year came, January 2024, according to the Roman calendar, everybody like, oh yeah, man, it's about me. I'm making it about me. It's what I can do for me. Me. Is that love? No. That's self-love. But that's more from the evil one, family. That's from the evil one. That's not from the Father of lights, which is first peaceable. Hear me out now, family. Watch this. What does it say? As he also gave us commandment. Isn't that what Hamashiach said? Isn't that what he said before he took off? Before he went up yonder? Isn't that what he said? To love one another as I love you. So now I'm talking to the bloodline descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the ones who do know who they are and the ones who don't know who they are. How is it love? Hear me now. Hear me now, because we about to get into it. How is it love that I steal from my brother? How is it love that I take my brother's wife? How is it love? How is it love that I murder my own brother? How is it love? Okay. He means hirelings and hypocrites. Okay, let's look at this. Not everyone who says to me, teacher, teacher will enter into the kingdom of Yahawah. But he who does the will of my Father, it says, not everyone who says to me. So right here, he means hirelings and hypocrites who would rather serve Yahawah with lip service not the doing of what Abba said. Watch this. With lip service, then with their whole being. It says, love Yahawah with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. Oh, okay. With all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. Your whole being. But what does this mean, family? It's talking about the matters of the heart. He said, with their lips they do honor me, but their hearts are far from me. The hearts, heart, far from him, far, to way, way away. Why? Why, family? Are you invoking the Father on the inside, on the most inner parts of yourself? Are you meditating on his law? When you mess up, do you get back up? Do you laugh in the face of adversity? These are the things that he's talking about. This is what he means by love him. Watch this. He means hirelings and hypocrites. Those who worshiping under the name Jesus, or should I say Caesar Borgia, however you want to pronounce it. When Jesus ain't nothing but a demon, there ain't no J in Hebrew, family. Prove it to me. If you can prove a J to me, I'll send you $100. I'll send you $100. We'll figure it out. Y'all cash app you, PayPal you $100 if you can show me a J in the Hebrew language, ancient or modern. Matter of fact, we don't even do this. Show me a J in the ancient Sumerian language, or the ancient Babylonian language, or in the Canaanite language, or in Sanskrit. Show me a J. I'll wait. So, I'm going to stress that time and time again, because you need to know there ain't no Jesus, family. Ain't no Jesus but a demon. Okay, let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 12. Okay. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, 13. Ecclesiastes 12, 13. Now, I want you to follow along with me. Watch this. 13. Let us hear. Let us hear. So in order to hear, you got to do what? You got to do what, family? In order to hear, first off, in order to hear, you got to have ears. Okay. Gotta have ears to hear, family. Okay? Gotta have ears to hear. But what do you gotta do with those ears in order to hear? You gotta open them. That's why he gave you 2 ears, 1 mouth. Watch this say. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Of the whole matter. And what's the whole matter? We're going to see right here. Watch this. Reverence Yahawah by observing, keeping, protecting his laws, for this is the whole duty of man. So your duty here on this planet is not just to breed, family. It's not just to it's not just to wake up in the morning and go to work. It's not just to have thousands and millions of dollars. It's not to have fancy cars and big old houses. No, that's not your duty here, family. Your duty here is serving, reverencing, loving Yahawah. What is reverence? A deep admiration or respect for something. So if you say you respect Abba, then you will do what Abba says, right? And if you mess up, what you gonna do? You gonna give up? No. You're gonna get back up and you're gonna do it all over, try it all over again. What's that? At first you don't succeed, then you dust yourself off and try again. That Aaliyah song. Okay. Watch this. Watch this. By observing, keeping. And when you see that word keep, it also means to guard, to protect. Protect what? Well, we're about to find out. His laws. Okay, what's that mean? What that say? It says, your righteousness if you do them. So wait. Hold on. Stop. Time. Flag on the plane. So you mean to tell me that it would be your righteousness if you do them? But wasn't Abraham accounted as righteous because of his works? And what was his works? By listening to the word of Yah and doing it? Huh. 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 For this is the whole duty of man. So we don't have no other duty in this realm but to do what Abba says. Why? It's because, I'm about to let you in on the secret, family. It's because we're to usher in the order of his son's priesthood. 144,000 kings and priests. Oh, yeah. To usher in the priesthood. All right. Stay with me now. Let's go to Deuteronomy 6:25. Because you're gonna see it today, family. We're gonna make it clear and apparent so that way you can see it like you've never seen it before. Brand spanking new. 6:25. All Watch this. What? Watch what Mashayakh says, or Moses, right? Watch what he says to the children of Israel. Watch this. 6:25. And it will be our righteousness if we observe and do all this law before Yahawah our Father, as he has commanded us. Okay? As he has commanded us. Me and you, family. Us. So if you're a descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, this applies to you, family. It applies to you. Watch this. Watch this. Yahawah's righteousness shall never, ever be abolished. Why? Because he's the same yesterday, he's the same today, and he's the same tomorrow, which means he don't change, family. He don't change. See, man change. It's funny to me that these people pass laws and every other year they change these laws or they add new ones. But it's funny because he never changed his laws. His laws stay the same. He got the same laws as he first had in the first beginning with Adam, because he gave Torah even way back then. He gave Torah way back then, even with Adam. Watch this. It said, he who does not practice righteousness is not of Yahawah. Oh. But what's practice? A consistency, being consistent, staying consistent in the faith. Staying consistent in the faith. With faith. You get that? Watch this. Watch this. Okay. Okay. Let's go to Isaiah 41:10. Look at that. Almost flip right to the page. That's how you know Yahawah is on the roll. 10, right? 41:10. Fear not. Didn't Mashayakh say, don't be dismayed? Wasn't the children of Israel told when they crossed into the promised land, be bold and very courageous? Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed. Oh, so that sounds like what Mashayakh quoted later on in the book. Watch this. Let's read it again. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your Father. Not no God, not no Lord, not no Elohim, Abba. Watch this. Watch this. I will strengthen you. Yes. I will help you. Yes. I will uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness. Okay. So let's go to 45:5. Watch this. Watch what he says right here. He said, I will strengthen you over there. Watch what he says over here. I am Yahawah. There is no other apart from me. Apart from me. There apart from me. Period. There is no God. Elohim. Period. Okay. Let's look at something. Let's see where that God word came from. Let's see where that God word came from. Let's look it up. I already have it. Pulled up, rock and rolling, ready to go. And what does it say? It says, can you see that, family? What does it say? It says, also God, okay, God in Old English, God. So this is Old English. It's not Hebrew. No Hebrew here. Supreme being, deity, the Christian God. Oh, but we ain't Christians, family. So who's this talking about? Whew. I ain't got time to really get into this, but we gonna get into it because it needs to be known. The image of a God-like person from the Proto-Germanic. Oh, Proto-Germanic. You see that? Gothen source also of Old Saxon, Frisian, Dutch, Old High German, okay, German and Old Norse. Oh, and Gothic. So this is a Norse God. This is a Norse deity. This is a German deity. Ain't no Hebrew here, family. Oh, okay. Let's take it a step further. Let's bust it all the way out. Right here. It says God. Now, this is from the Wycliffe Bible Dictionary, Moody Press, Chicago, 1975. Right? And this is you can't get this book on no PDF. You got to actually buy this book. Okay. And I was blessed to have access to this book when I was incarcerated. Okay. Now watch this. It says the names and titles of, okay, 5 Old Testament Hebrew terms. Because we know the Hebrews borrowed words from the Canaanites and other people, right? So watch this. It says terms are of basic importance in discussing the various simple and compound names and titles of God. In the Old Testament, just as in Canaanite religious literature, see that there? See that there? It says Canaanite religious literature, okay? And it says synonymous divine names often occur in the same for the same deity. Wait. Did you catch that? As well as appellations used in parallelism in poetry. Oh, no inferences of polytheism. Watch this. See, now they double talk. Watch the double talk. Okay. It says, can be drawn from such usage. So they say, watch, we're going to see the double talk. It says, for the significance in biblical times of the concept of name. See names. Okay, so we have El, which where we get Elohim. See it at the bottom? Elohim. See it? Okay. And it says right here, it says El, the Hebrew word. This was never a Hebrew word. This was a Canaanite word, because the Canaanites were worshiping El and Baal. Watch this. The Hebrew word El, which is a cognate form in other Semitic languages. Did you say other Semitic languages? Oh, okay. Signifies the strong one, a mighty being or leader of God in the widest sense. See that? In the widest sense. Okay. Whether true or false, like theos, bios, and God, the God, it is the generic term for deity. So wait. Generic term. So when we see this, there's such things as proper names and improper names. We have such things as proper terms and improper terms. Okay. So this would be considered to the Most High an improper term. And we're going to see why. It says the plural form Elohim in most contexts is to be translated gods, not one, it's multiple. Oh, these gods may be mere idols of wood, metal, or stone. Isaiah 44, 10, 15, 17, 46, and 6. It says El was the name of the high god or head of the Canaanite pantheon. Wait. But you said there's no inferences of polytheism can be drawn from such usage, but then you say that there's a pantheon? And we know pantheon to be more than one god. It's a plethora, a group of gods, right? Oh, so that's double talk, fam. But we ain't got no time to really get into that much more. But I just wanted you to see what's going on. I wanted you to see, going back to Exodus 3:15. This is my name from generation to generation for all generations. That means it don't change. So where we get off calling him this? Huh? Oh, don't make sense, right? You'll get it. You'll soon get it. So let's go. Let's go back to where we were. Okay, Deuteronomy 4:2. I'm gonna just read from my notes. You can flip there if you need to. If you would like to follow along, which I would suggest you follow along, so you know that I'm not making this up. So you know that it's in the scripts, right? Watch this, family. Deuteronomy 4:2. You shall not add to the word which I command you. But see, when you add words like that, a word that come from a whole different people group who worship pantheons, isn't that adding to the word, family? That's the worst thing you can add to the scriptures. That's the worst thing you can add. Is some pagan form or some heathenistic god that has nothing to do with Abba. Watch this. Watch this. Nor shall you take. Okay, now let's see. Let's break that down. Let's break that down. It says right here, it says, add to the word, which I command you. It says, do not think to be more wise than Yahawah. Isn't that what King James did? Isn't that what King James thought? Isn't that what the Amplified translation of the Bible and the Mormon and the Jehovah's Witness Bible, didn't all these people think they were wiser than Yah to change his words? To make them fit their own narratives? Oh, okay. And like I said, this book is what we would call a J source. A J source means there's 4 different documents of the Holy Scriptures, family. And any scholar, any doctor in the Scriptures should know this, that there's a J source, a E source, a P source, and a D source, which is the Deuteronomic document, which is your 1611 King James, which is the bottom of the barrel. Okay. The top and the cream of the crop is the J source, which uses the name of our Abba exclusively without any pagan terms or titles. There wasn't no Elohim or none of that in those original manuscripts. That was added later because the people who said they write in the biblical Hebrew, that's not Hebrew, family. That's Assyrian. Let me stop. That was a language that was copied and borrowed from the Assyrians when we went into Assyrian captivity. Okay, watch this. Watch this. Okay. Nor shall you take anything away from it. Yahawah is not to be served halfway, but rather in total obedience. Total obedience. So when you going off a half-cocked version of the Holy Scripts, that's taking away, you hear me? Hope you hear me. That's taking away from Torah. And what's Torah? Not just Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Genesis. No. From Genesis to Revelations is Torah. Watch this. Watch this. You know how like when you when you watching your show and your show be like to be continued? Well, when we get to Matthew in the book, that's the to be continued part. That's the picking up of the part 1. So from Genesis to Malachi, that's part 1 of the book. Then from Matthew to Revelations, that's part 2 of the book, family. There is no old and new. Then people came up with that because they ain't had no understanding. Then people came up with that because they ain't understand. They're trying to put it together and make it make sense. Trying to. They did a half-cocked job. Ain't no Old Testament, no New Testament. It's all one book, family. Watch this. Watch what he says. Revelation 3, 15 through 16. I know your works, that you are neither hot nor cold. Oh, we're neither hot nor cold. Why is he saying this? Because you don't know if you want to worship Elohim or you want to worship Yahawah. You don't know if you want to worship you don't know if you want to worship Yah or El. You don't know. And they not the same thing, family. So you can go ahead and get that out your system. Because guess what? When the New Jerusalem come down from heaven, ain't gonna be no Elohim worshiping. That is a form of paganism. That is a heathenistic god from the Canaanites. Watch this. So then, because you are lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I am about to spew you out of my mouth. What? But we just read why. All them sources, we just read why. Now let's see. Deuteronomy 12:11. Then there will be a place where Yahawah, Yahawah will choose to establish his name, not a title, not a term, a name. And there you will bring all that I command you, your burnt offerings and sacrifices, your tithes and special gifts, and all the choice things you have vowed to Yahawah. Oh. Oh. Do not think that I have come to send peace on earth. I did not come to send peace, but a sword. Separation of the people who love Yah, of the people who serve Yah, hold fast to Yah, and the people who worship Elohim, and the people who worship God, and the people who worship Lord. Watch this. For I have come to set a man against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's enemies will be that of his own house. Oh, it's funny to me because right now during this awakening, we have brothers against each other. We got sisters against each other. We got mothers in the faith against each other. We got all these people right now in this Hebrew awakening. All these people are against each other, right? Because there's difference of opinion. There's difference of doctrine. Some people still holding on to the Christian doctrines. Some people trying to get that Hebrew doctrine. Some people trying to understand the Hebrew doctrine. So you got all kinds of stuff going on right now. Watch this. It says strife. That's the sword, family. Which does not originate from Yahawah Mashayakh, but proceeds from the malice of men. Heart, which love not the light, but darkness. So when I come to you and I tell you, hey man, Elohim is a demon. Demons, plural. Oh no, oh, 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 no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Looking demonic, brother. You're looking demonic, sister. Watch this. And are offended by the word of salvation. So I'm wrong for telling you that we should only stick to Abba's name. And we shouldn't be using those pagan, nasty, dirty words that come from the Canaanites and the heathens. We shouldn't be using them damned words Yeah, I said damned words because they are damned. Watch this. It says strife. Definition of that: conflict, fight, struggle, discord, contention, dissension, malice, desire to cause injury or distress to another. But is it defaming your brother causing injury to his character? Huh. See, you could agree to disagree, but how could you disagree when the facts are piled and stacked up to the ceiling? Or distress to another, malignancy, malignant, evil in nature, influence or effect, malignant, moved by ill will, malignant, speaking evil of, defame. Now watch how he had me put it all together and make it make sense. Strife, which does not originate from Yahawah Shai Hamashiach, but proceeds from the malice, ill will towards another, which love not the light, which love not the light, love not the laws, which is the righteousness of Yahawah, but darkness, Satan's deception and lies, that of the Christian doctrine, the no work salvation based on faith alone, are offended by the word law of salvation, and they fight and struggle against the truth because they are sons of Belial or Baal, evil in nature, or Elohim or El, evil in nature, and speak evil of the truth of Yahawah and his followers. Oh, Hebrew root word shachar, a shaquar, which means to be untrue, a sham, lie, deceit, fail, betrayer. Hence, Ish Shakar, man of deceit, which is Strong's Exhaustive Concordance 8266. In the same way, James chapter 2, 17 and 20, in the same way, the faith, if it does not have works. Oh, wait, that's going back to what we were just reading about Mashayakh. That goes back to what we were just reading, what Mashayakh said. This goes back to what Yahawah Shai said to the Pharisees and the Sadducees. This goes back to what we was looking at Abraham or Abraham, right? Watch this. Faith without works. Watch this. If it does not have works, is dead. So in the same way, faith, if it does not have works, is dead, being alone. Yes, a man may say, I have faith, you have faith, or we got faith, and I have works. Show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works. That's the doing of the law. See, one may say, I have faith, but no works. But you say you have faith. He said, they honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Are you getting it now? Watch this. Watch this. And I will show you my faith by my works. You believe that there is one Father, one Abba. You do well. The demons, Elohim, also believe and tremble. But are you willing to know O vain man, that faith without works is dead. What does it say? It says one Father. That is a part of the faith. Deuteronomy 6:4. Yahawah is one. James 2:24. It says, you see then that a man is also justified by works. So didn't Mashayakh say then you will be doing the works of Abraham? Oh, okay. See, but this is what's going to cause the separation. This is what's going to cause the strife among our people in these last days. Because some's going to be over here with it, some going to be over there with it. Some going to be on the left-hand side with it, some going to be on the right-hand side with it. Watch this. And not by faith alone. So I don't care what them Christians is telling you. I don't care what you learned in Christianity. Because that's not what the scriptures say. The scriptures say not by faith alone. Okay? Watch this. We're going to do a part 2 to this. We'll close with this. We're going to close with this. It says right here. It says, the faith made perfect. Romans 2:13. So the faith makes perfect. Oh, okay. Shows this word means innocent, holy, righteous. And it starts with the heart. See, he said, I require obedience than sacrifices. Watch this. One must take it to himself or herself to use. 1 Timothy 1:8. The faith tells you what to do. It's up to you. You to do it. We know, right here, we got it. We know indeed that the faith, we know indeed that the law is perfect if one agrees with the law, taking it to himself to use. The law makes perfect, perfect law. Our love is made perfect. Man will be perfect. And I hope that edified you. We will be back next Shabbat. Well, maybe not next Shabbat, but the Shabbat after next Shabbat. So every other Shabbat, right? But we going to come back and we going to revisit this because we're not done here. All right? Shalawam.